Outgoing Big East Commissioner Mike Tranghese always says that 1985 was the league's best. Is that about to change to this year? Hey, how are you folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you on the Sports Update presented by Toyota the day after the 2009 NCAA tournament field was announced. And while the commish always refers back to 24 years ago because 3 of his conference teams made the Final Four, this year, 3 of his teams earned 1 seeds, marking the first time in history that 3 from one conference received top lines. Louisville picked by the committee as the #1 overall seed after winning the Big East regular season and conference tournament. Just the second time ever the Cardinals have been a 1. In 1983 was the other. They made the Final Four that season. Pittsburgh and Connecticut also on that top line, joined by North Carolina. The Tar Heels a #1 seed for an NCAA tournament record 13th time, while it's the first ever for the Panthers trying to make it beyond the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1974, when just 25 teams were in the tournament. And while those were the top 4, it's at the bottom where you always hear the most complaints. Based on their seedings, these 3 teams were the last at-large squads chosen: Wisconsin, Arizona, and Dayton. As for the Badgers and Wildcats, again, based on seeding, these were the last 2 teams picked for the 34 at-large bids, both receiving a 12 spot. For Arizona, it continues the longest current active NCAA tournament streak, now at 25. San Diego State, Creighton, St. Mary's among those who settled for the NIT. And don't forget to fill out your brackets here on CBSSports.com. Get video breakdowns of each regional to help you choose who will make it to Detroit, as well as videos previewing individual games. Also, don't forget to sign up for NCAA March Madness on demand. Every single game of the NCAA tournament live online for free. Go to NCAA.com to find out more. And while Denver was a hot commodity last year at this time, one of the 8 first and second round sites for the tournament, it's not the city in which Jay Cutler wants to be, at least not right now. The Broncos quarterback met in person Saturday with new head coach Josh McDaniels and said Sunday he will not report to the team's first meeting on Monday and has formally requested a trade. Here's what he had to say. "I went in, quote, there with every intention of solving the issue, being a Bronco, moving forward as a Bronco. He made it clear he wants his own guy. He admitted he wanted Matt Castle. At the end of the meeting, he wasn't like, Jay, I want you as our quarterback. You're our guy." It felt like the opposite. CBSSports.com has more on this story. Be sure to catch Josh McDaniels' side of things as well. All right, time for the Wits Hits. The NFL Players Association has picked its guy to take over as executive director for the late Gene Upshaw. 45-year-old Washington-based attorney DeMaurice Smith chosen as the group's 4th leader in the union's 41-year history. The U.S. avoided becoming history in the 2009 World Baseball Classic, instead eliminating the Netherlands. The U.S. still faces elimination Tuesday, though, against the loser of Puerto Rico and Venezuela. And Phil Mickelson battled the stomach virus Saturday night, then took on Nick Watney on the final round Sunday. Lefty a 369 to beat Watney by a stroke in the WGC California at Doral. So plenty going on around the nation. Of course, most circled around college hoops. But when anything else breaks, you can be sure to hear and read about it here on CBSSports.com. Enjoy the night in sports. Get ready for the tournament as well. I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.